a lot of these attack vectors are going to target our remote workers that we have out in the field. It just seems like it would be the easiest way to get into another organization structure to go after these remote workers, because there's so many different things that they have access to and different things that could be on their computer, whether it's browsers or anything. So being able to have a really strong identity-centric security program to work with these remote workers, being able to identify them by username and the systems that they're using, where they're located at as they're logging in onto your systems to get the information that they need to do their job. And training, lots of training.
Something that we've been working with our team members around is really, that your work laptop is your work laptop. And that, which is tough because we have so many of our team members who are parents who have kids that are trying to do remote schooling or, just even in the evenings having access to that device there. So again, trying to train folks that, and we've also done a lot of education about what does a HIPAA breach, for example, mean for our organization, how those charges can quickly add up, how those things put not only our organization at risk, but the folks that they care for at risk. And so we would hate to not only have just a breach for the sake of a breach, but what if pertinent information about someone we support who our team absolutely cares the most about. And that person, you've built this trusted relationship and you have to go to them and say, because I was careless with my actions, this information became public or detrimental information came out about your case. So it's kind of putting that onus back on the mission, and the work that we do seems to resonate with our team.
Now, were there typical types of rollout that you did when you did the training and things like that, just like for all of your staff as far as the security issues?
Yeah, as far as security issues, we manage all of our training through a third-party service. We actually can create all of our own training videos and training information and upload that onto our service, and then they log in and they complete their training. We try to make sure that the training is short, sweet, to the point, something that they're just going to be able to get through and retain, and as opposed to something that's long and drawn out that they're not going to remember.
As much as possible, we try to engage in competency-based training. So somewhere along the training course where they're going to be asked a couple questions, they're going to be a check for knowledge, that sort of thing, more than just, we can put the video on the background and let it play, and then we say we completed it. And something else that's also been really helpful is that one of our team members kind of holds a virtual tech office hours where he just kind of holds time on his calendar. People can jump in and he can do a screen share or use a remote access to the computer just to kind of show them some steps and such. And that's been really fruitful, especially for some of our team members that have had challenges uptaking the newer technology there.
Excellent. And how do you feel like the IT department can convince or force a remote workforce to protect themselves from these cyber attacks at home, like Wi-Fi, passwords, that kind of thing?
Well, basically, if you're training your staff on the things that they need to look for, and letting them know that not only does this apply to the organization that they work for, but it really applies to them in their personal life, their financial stuff, all of the records that they have on their own. This is training that carries over, into different aspects of your life. Being able to give them that training, it's just they go for it. That's where I'm at on it.
And are you guys doing this training like yearly, quarterly, or has it been more increased since the pandemic?
No, it's monthly. Each month they're going to go through 12 to 15 different areas that they've got to have, and it's competency based. As Matt was talking about earlier, and that just revolves throughout the year.
We do a lot of standardized training about all of our service delivery, and I'm thinking about how can we kind of weave in the IT portions of those into the trainings there. So if you're doing something on HIPAA, or if you're doing something on, informed consent, or all those various things, something that, if anything, involves a touch point with IT, how are we weaving in a security piece to that? one of our other areas that working from home as well, we did a long search of trying to do HIPAA compliant scanning using your phone. So how do you take a picture on your phone, and then if it lays on your phone and then it goes to, it goes into iCloud, well, then do you have a BAA with Apple that is now somehow or another not or hackable or those sorts of things? So we found some apps that we could use that had passwords where it didn't ever upload to the server there, and then we can use our email client through Powbox to encrypt something end to end, or use our G Suite, et cetera. So just even things like that we had not initially thought about. People were just used to taking pictures of stuff on their phone. We had to really work through.